All right, we are going over Power Packet Q. I know some of you may not still have it, but just follow along and we will be going through it together. The rectangular prison shown is made from cubes. Each cube is 1 cubic unit. Oops. Goodness gracious. What is the volume in cubic units of the rectangular prism? Answer your answer in the box. Okay, and I told you all along you didn't have to use the box because we were entering our answers on the computer. But there's two ways to do this. You could do base times height, or you can do length times width times height. I will show you both ways. Base is just counting like the top. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15. And it's too high. So it's 30. And then if you filled it in, it wouldn't have mattered if it was 3, 0 or 3, 0. It's still 30. Length times width times height. Length, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Times width, 1, 2, 3. Times height, 1, 2. 5 times 3 is 15. 15 times 2 is 30. All right. Now, number 11. On this is multiplication. 1, 9, 4, 5 times 4, 6, 3. 3 times 5 is 15. Carry the 1. 3 times 4 is 12. Carry the 1 is 13. 3 times 9 is 27. Plus 1 is 28. Carry the 2. 3 times 1 is 3. Plus 2 is 5. 3, 4, 5. All right, and we put in our washing machine, our space saver. Now, it takes care of all the carries. I do recommend you get rid of them because you will, some people forget and count them in their next line. 6 times 5 is 30, carry the 3. 6 times 4 is 24, 25, 26, 27, carry the 2. 6 times 9 is 54, 55, 56. 6 times 1 is 6, plus 5 is 11. Okay, now we're putting in our washer-dryer combo. 2 space savers and wash out everything. 4 times 5 is 20, carry the 2. 4 times 4 is 16, 17, 18, carry the 1. 4 times 9 is 36, plus 1 is 37, carry the 3. 4 plus 1 times 4 is 4, 5, 6, 7. Okay, no other numbers. So now we just add. 5 plus 0 is 5. 3 plus 0 is 3. 7 plus 8 is 15. Plus 0 is 15. Carry the 1. 5 plus 1 is 6. 6 plus 6 is 12. 12 plus 8 is 20. Carry the 2. 7, 8, 9, 10. 7, 8, 9. Okay, so your answer is 9,00535, 900,535. Okay, turn the page. Turn the page here. So, number 12. We are adding and subtracting fractions, so you need to find a common denominator. I would use your context clues down here. I see everything is 20, so I'm going to do 3 over 4 and make it something over 20. I know I'm going to have to multiply 4 times 5. So what I do to the denominator, I have to do to the numerator. So that means it's 3 times 5 is 15. So now I have 15 over 20 as my first one. So I'm going to rewrite my problem. 15 over 20 plus, and then I do the same thing for 4 over 5. I'm trying to make it be 20. I know I need to multiply the denominator by 4, so that means I have to multiply the numerator by 4. 4 times 4 is 16, 5 times 4 is 20, so my problem there is 16 over 20. Then finally I have to do 7 over 10. So 7 over 10, and get that to be 20, I'm going to multiply the top and the bottom by 2. 7 times 2 is 14, 10 times 2 is 20. So minus 14 over 20. Now we're just going to do that in order. So 15 plus 16 is 31 over 20 minus 14 over 20. So 31 minus 14. And if I'm telling you, sometimes I can add in my head. Subtraction, I really recommend you write it down. Takes you a few extra seconds, and you'll see you have to borrow. All right. So 11 minus 4 is 7. 2 minus 1 is 17. And that gives us 17 over 20, which is my answer, C. Always use your answers to help you decide like denominators or possible problems. This one I gave to you, which figure is always a rectangle. So the difference in a rectangle and a square is a square has opposite sides, or all sides the same, and all angles are 90. A rectangle has opposite sides the same length, so the top and the bottom are the same, and the left and the right are the same, and all are right angles. So therefore, a square is technically a rectangle because the top and the bottom are the same, and the left and the right are the same. So the one that's always a rectangle is a square. Okay, next page. Enter your answer in the box. Again, we are going to just set it up. Okay, make sure you have the right numbers, 0.35, 1.5. And if you remember, we don't have to worry about decimals to the end. We're just going to multiply like normal. 5 times 5 is 25. Carry the 2. 5 times 3 is 15, 16, 17. Put in my space saver, my washing machine, wash the stuff out. 1 times 5 is 5. 1 times 3 is 3. Now I add like normal. 5, 7 plus 5 is 12. Carry the 1. 3, 4, 5. Now I go back and I look at where my decimal should be. There's 2 decimal places in the top, one number behind the decimal place in the bottom. So my answer should have 3. So 1, 2, 3. My decimal's here. So my answer is 0.525 or 0.525. 525 thousandths. All right, we're going to turn the page. Number 15. 15 and 16 are very similar. They both have 6.3. One is timesing by 1/10. One is dividing by 1/10. Now, you may remember that this is the same as 1/10.
Can you send Isaiah?
All right, so technically we're just moving the decimal. If you did not recognize that and worked it out, guess what? It's all good. All right, so we're going to multiply. 1 times 63 is 63. There's 1 decimal here, 1 decimal here, so this one needs 2. 1, 2, it's 0.63 or 0.63, known as 63 hundredths. So the decimal, when there's 1/10, it moves 1 space. It's still going to move 1 space, but let's see if division changes the direction. So 6.3 divided by 0.1, and remember, Mama don't allow no decimals outside. So we're going to move the decimal 1 time to hide it. What I do to the outside, I do to the inside. So my decimal's here now. All right, it would go straight up in my answer. Well, 6 divided by 1 is 6. bring down my 3. 3 divided by 1 is 3. Nothing left to bring down. My answer is 63. Now, some of you may have wanted to do 63 point. Remember, the decimal is invisible here, so 63 point is not correct. 63 is correct, and 63.0, or 63 and no tenths. 63 or 63 and no tenths. If you have a decimal, you need to have a number behind it. Otherwise, it's invisible. Okay, next page. So, this one, I love word problems. Not. The community center has 3 swimming pools. The water level in each pool is measured at 8 p.m. each night. 2 of the measurements from Saturday night are shown. So this pool, the water level in the first pool is 3 5/12 feet deep. Okay, so we got one pool, and it is 3 5/12. This is pool number 1. Pool number 2, the water level in the second pool is 4 3/8 feet deep. All right. So let's solve part A. So part A, what is the difference in depth between the water levels of the second pool and the first pool? Difference means subtract. You have to put the biggest one on top. 4 is bigger than 3, so 4 3/8 minus 3 5/12. Okay, step 1, find common denominator. Well, I'm looking at my answers, and this one looks like, oh, right here. Nothing times 8 is 12, so I'm going to go with 24. So the common denominator I'm going to pick is 24, which if I would have done my 12s, I'd have got 12 times 1 is 12, 12 times 2 is 24, and 8 times 1 is 8, 8 times 2 is 16, 8 times 3 is indeed 24. Okay. So I know I need to multiply the 8 times 3, so that means I need to do the numerator the same as the denominator. 3 times 3 is 9, 8 times 3 is 24. The 12, I need to multiply 12 by 2, so I need to multiply the numerator by 2 as well. 5 times 2 is 10, 12 times 2 is 24. I cannot subtract 10 from 9. So I am going to borrow from the 4 and make it a 3. Then I'm going to add 1. And remember, the 1 is a curved 1 with fractions. It's got a curve around the fraction bar. That means I'm adding 24 to 9. I don't know that off the top of my head, so I'm going to say, 24 plus 9. 9 plus 4 is 13. Carry the 1. 2, 3, which is 33. 33 over 24 minus 10 over 24 is 3 minus 0 is 3. 3 minus 1 is 2. 23 over 24. And 3 minus 3 is 0. So 23 over 24. You could have also have completed the triangle method and done that. So it would have been 4 and 9 24ths and 3 and 10 24ths. You'd have did 3 times 24 plus 10 and put that over 24, and then 24 times 4 plus 9, and then went back and put that over 24. You'd have got the same answer. Part B. The water level in the third pool is deeper than the second. Okay, it is 2 3/4 feet deeper than the second. So our first pool, we're not even worried about. Our second pool, as I drew up on top, it is 4 3/8. And the third pool is going to be 2 3/4 deeper. It's going to be from here to here is 2 3/4. So I need to know what it is by adding those two together. What's the total depth level of the third pool? So if here to here is 2 3/4, I'm going to add it to 4 3/8. So 4 3/8 plus 2 3/4. Again, I need to find common denominators. I'm looking over here and I see an 8. So I can take it to 8. 2 times 4 is 8. So I have to multiply the numerator by 2, and that's 6. This one already is 8, so I'm just going to do 3/8. 3/8 plus 6/8 is 9/8. 4 plus 2 is 6. 6 and 9/8 is not over there. However, this is improper. So if I throw it in a bracket, I'm sorry, 8 divided by, wait, what am I doing? Numerator goes inside. Man, everybody has a brain malfunction at times. 9 divided by 8 goes in 1 time. 1 times 8 is 8. Subtract 1. So that's, bring that down, it's 1/8. So it's 1 1/8. So I'm going to make this 1 1/8. So 6 and 1 1/8 would be 7 1/8, which is over here. All right, final page. 17. Emma has a board that is 5 feet long. She cuts the board into 6 equal pieces. So that's division. Cuts is division. So she's cutting the board. The board divided by pieces. The board is 5 divided by 6. So I'm looking for 5 divided by 6, and to solve it, we know that is 5/6. So 5 divided by 6 is 5/6. And the last one. Which statement correctly compares 2 values? Right, on this one, we are only comparing the 6's. So I'm actually going to take the 6 out and write its value above the number. And its value is its relationship to the decimal. And then I'm going to see which one is true. And all the is's is equals. And of course, times means times. And of means times. So 1/10 of 0.6. So 1/10 is going to make it smaller. No, that's not smaller. 10 times 0.6. Well, 10 times 0.6 should get bigger. It moved the decimal 1 time. Yes. I'm going to go ahead and check just to make sure. 1/100th times 0.6. It should have moved the decimal 2 times. No, it did not. 100 times, and plus it would have been smaller. 100 times would have moved it 2 times. No, it did not. So the answer is indeed B. And that is all for this power packet.